Hi there. Hello there. Alan here. I'll be reviewing, talking about briefly Master Slave Husband Wife. And I've been wanting to talk about this book for a few weeks, but I'm glad I waited till after the BookTube Prize awards were finalized. This appeared in the last 6 of nonfiction, but they only count the top 3. Well, I mean, they only give out top 3 awards, but I didn't read it because of that. I read it because I like the topic, and I like the Civil War. For example, in the past few months, we had Faulkner in August. So we read As I Lay Dying, takes place in Mississippi. Then I read some Percival Everett. I read James, Mississippi. And then I read The Trees, Mississippi again. And then I reread, I'm going to forget. Sing Unburied Sing, Mississippi. So here is not Mississippi. This is Georgia. Making Georgia Begins there, and I had the opportunity to live in Georgia, southern Georgia, Moultrie, Georgia, 20 miles north of Tallahassee. So they just got hit with the Helena. Back to the book. It's a story that is very well told, very exciting. It reads like a novel, it reads like fiction. But it's a story that I never heard in school. I'm thinking back to my school days, and I mean, from middle school on up, heard of, Harriet Beecher Stowe, heard of the Underground Railroad, heard of, George Washington Carver. He did not invent peanut butter. I learned about that. Who else? Frederick Douglass is in here. Here's a picture of a lot of, here's Frederick Douglass, But a lot of side characters. Well, they're not characters, they're real people. See what I mean, though? It reads like fiction. Let me show you a picture of Helen Craft while I tell the story. She, can pass definitely for a white woman, huh? But she dressed up like a white man. And here's her husband right there, William. And he remained a slave. And, well, very complicated. They took from Macon, Georgia. They went up, ultimately made it to Boston. Then, ultimately over to England. But that's going too fast. Daniel Webster was a part. They, once they made it north, they weren't free and clear. There were people whose sole purpose was to capture former slaves and take them back. And but the journey of this, she acted like she was sick and had broken her hand and had a poultice on her face. So, because they had to sign for the slave when she went to a hotel or got on a train or things like that. She didn't know how to write nor read, So, the dressing up, the costume, and the almost getting caught, and people who did come to their aid and rescue sometimes. But all in all, just a a great book. Learned a lot. Uh, Big index, and notes, pictures. So I really recommend it. But like I was saying, the BookTube Prize and some of my friends, I won't mention because there's only like two or three. It ended up like number 4 for like most of them. So I recommend it. If you read it, drop me a comment. I'd appreciate that. So I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.